Good day. This is I always like having you on here because you always come up with something interesting and unique to me, right? Um, and me having to be gluten-free sometimes makes it difficult. And so I was excited to see this. That you actually had a couple different like pancake recipes. One, what we would call more like an American straight pancake, and then
Mhm.
one with vegetables. So,
Yes.
what made you choose this recipe? And tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, hello again. I'm back with another new recipe today. So yes, I make both kind of pancakes, like sweet and savory. And today we're making savory, kind of salted and a little bit of tangy kind of pancake. And this is so easy, and it has lots of vegetables, and still it doesn't feel like you're eating vegetable. It feels like you're eating something different by using same vegetables that you use every day, but it will be completely different. And it's gluten free, and then it's really nice. So you'll have a lot if you start making it. I think you will make like two, three, four, five, and then we can stop eating it. I like that. Yes.
Based on past cooking shows, I better only make a couple because every time I make a lot of
Yeah, let's
them.
start making them.
Um, so basically, I went shopping for color.
Hmm.
Um, it was just like the I got purple onion, yellow
Yeah.
squash, summer squash, zucchini, carrots,
Yeah.
red pepper. Um,
That will look like really cool. That will be really pretty.
all
Yes.
right. But you said you can do any vegetables, right?
Any vegetables. Any vegetables.
And I
Any
went with
vegetables.
chickpea flour or garbanzo bean flour because it's high in protein.
Yeah, I'll
So
be doing that the same. You can do mung bean flour, barley flour, or buckwheat flour, any flour. Like if you eat gluten, then you can do wheat flour or rice flour. It doesn't matter. And if you make it with like
well, I
different
would say it
flavors,
matters. This got protein in it. Those other flours, although there's a high wheat
yeah.
protein. Um, there's, there is a wheat flour that's high in protein or higher.
Yes. If you make it with different flours, it will taste different every time. So it's like, oh, this is the new pancake. Oh, this is the new pancake. It's a,
Well, also, I
it will-
mean, different vegetables very
yeah.
similarly, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So you pick the vegetables you like, and
Yes. Yes, you can go from there. Okay, let's start.
good deal. Um, there we go. So, and then I noticed at least the vegetables I have, all of them could be eaten raw.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't have to worry as much how well the vegetables are cooked.
Yes, that's good.
Um,
And
but
another vegetable that is like really good, I don't have it today, but I usually keep is cabbage because I
okay.
just grate it and then I just use it. It's easy and it just binds like better, I think. So yeah.
And so what vegetables do you have today?
Today I'll be using spinach, and I have like a half of a cauliflower, so I'll be using a little bit of cauliflower to this. And I have spring onions and zucchini. I don't have a squash today. Usually I use a squash, but today I don't have a squash. So we will improvise on that. And then I also have like cilantro. So I'll be using
Is there
these.
any vegetable you feel like you shouldn't use in this? I mean, maybe a vegetable that has a really high taste, like strong taste,
Yeah,
like
maybe
beet
like asparagus or
or,
something.
but I
Uh,
mean, whatever vegetable you like, right?
yes, anything you like broccoli, anything. It doesn't matter. It will be good.
And
You
then
won't
this
even taste
recipe
that.
has a little bit of cornstarch to bind it together.
Yes, because with a chickpea flour, you don't need a cornstarch if you don't want to keep it. But if you want to, yes, you can always. But if you're using like rice flour or other kind of flours, then I would suggest to have a cornstarch. Even having a cornstarch will bind it like better for sure.
And people who are following along the recipes in the chat. So, um, all right. I'm not allergic to cilantro where it tastes like soap, but I don't really care for it very much. So I don't tend to use
Okay,
cilantro
yeah,
very
it's
much.
a preference.
Yeah,
You can
but
add any kinds of like herbs. You can add rosemary to it, or thyme, or oregano, anything. It's blend of everything and anything. So yeah, you can use anything.
that's kind of nice. I mean, every one of them can be different. So
Yeah, and you can
now,
also use like tomatoes if you like. But
but
I don't think I'm using any tomatoes today. So
I guess
yeah.
if you use tomatoes, you put a little less water in them because tomatoes
Oh, we
get to
don't
be juicy.
usually use water in it because with the vegetable moisture, because you're putting salt in it, so the moisture will like
Oh, okay. Then let's
uh
get cooking. Yeah,
yeah.
because you told me I needed the Napoli's black salt. So
I mean that makes it better, but if you don't have it, then it's okay. And like I also like to sometimes crumble tofu in this or grate up paneer and then make it like high protein breakfast or something. You
okay.
can do that too. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan. Yeah. Okay, let's start cooking then. I'll get a bowl.
And how do we cut the vegetables? Let's see. Based on the pictures I saw, you just cut them long and thin,
Yes.
like
Or you can grate it.
long and thin or grated.
Yes.
Okay. It matters how good you're cutting at cutting, I guess. That that's probably the bigger it is, the longer it takes to cook.
Yeah.
So what is it? The pictures I saw were like you cut it like, what do they call them? Carrot sticks, where people cut the carrots into these little like matchsticks. Do people even know what matchsticks are anymore? So
Isn't that julienne, that shape?
You can do julienne, yes. You can do julienne, or you can just grate it with a bigger size of a grater, or you can put it in a food processor and make it fine. It doesn't like really matter. But if it's like really thick, then it will take time to cook.
yes, the bigger it is. I considered it. There was one zucchini at in the farmer's market, this time of the year. Their zucchinis are just like huge. So I almost got it. And I'm gonna have to cut that really small. I don't really
Yes.
want
I'm grating it. Let me show you.
practicing my knife skills. But and I guess with the greens like spinach and what was it, cilantro, do you um just chop that fine
Yes.
or again put
Yes.
it through?
Yes.
And I guess it's also determined by what kind of texture you like. If you're a,
Yeah. Yeah.
some people really like their food to always have the same consistency. So if you grate it, all the food is the same, or run it through a food processor.
Yeah. If you like a bite or a crunch, it depends upon your preference, but it's always better to make it thinner side so it cooks evenly.
I'm weird that I actually like things different sizes. Like when I
Mm.
get bites, I like some vegetables really small and some really big, so that I have different textures in the bite. But some things you don't want that. Some things you want so the flavors blend together.
This is my one medium-sized zucchini grated. If you can see it, let me. Yeah.
Do you have a preference on like spices you like to put in it?
Yes. I like to add cumin powder, coriander powder, if you have it. If you don't have it, the salt is fine. But if you have it, you can add ginger to it, or garlic, onions, anything. And cumin, coriander powder, or curry powder, or Italian seasoning. So, like with different seasonings, it makes like different pancakes. I usually like to add cumin powder to this. Just a cumin powder and black salt. If you have asafoetida, you can add asafoetida to this.
But no matter what, you need the salt to pull the moisture out of the veggies.
Yeah. We don't usually need to add water to this because the vegetables we usually use have like a lot of water contained in it, and if you put salt in it, then I think the moisture they release is enough for the chickpea flour or any kinds of flour to bind it. If you feel like, oh, it's a little bit thicker on the side, then we can always add some few tablespoon or teaspoon of water.
The goal is to put as little water as possible so that it.
Yes. We are not making it runny. Okay, now I'm chopping. I like to add chilies to this as well, so I'll be adding one chili, I guess. You can add chili flakes if you like a little bit less on the spicier side. Chili flakes is really good option to add. But I do have a green chili, so I'll be adding a green chili. If you have jalapeno, you can add jalapeno. I'm using 2 spring onions, this size.
The onions are making me cry. Or I'm just getting really emotional that we're making something so wonderful.
Just chop it like really thin. If you want to grate it or put it in a food processor, you can always do that. But I'm just chopping it.
This time of the year, we can get a lot of wild greens out of the fields around here. So
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can add
about
like
it.
Swiss chard or any greens, like even mustard greens would be like really good on this. You just cut it and put it.
Mm-hmm. Now, does this do you always cook this and serve it fresh, or this seems like something that would hold up if you made it and then you could have it cold later?
Usually I prefer this hot. You can like put it in a fridge and you can always have it cold, but I prefer it warm because we usually make this for breakfast And then I prefer warm breakfast. So I like it.
And what do you serve it with?
Um, I like it with hummus or some kind of dip, or even with just plain yogurt is fine. Uh, you can add a little bit of sriracha hot sauce with on the yogurt and then just dip it. Yeah, with any kind of like normal dips.
I mean, if it's chickpea flour, it seems like it would taste good with like a mint chutney.
It does. Even coriander
Oh,
chutney, mint chutney. Yes. I have a cauliflower. I'll be using just one bulb of a cauliflower for this. I'm not using much.
it's really easy to get a lot of vegetables when they're cut up this small. Like I thought, I had one zucchini, I had two yellow squash, but one was enough. I had two carrots, one carrot's enough. This bowl is filling up pretty quick.
Just- Okay.
I only put a little purple onion because it was such a big onion. But I'm doing right here what I call cooking with the eyes. Have a lot of different colors.
Hmm. Yeah, I think yours will look more prettier because it has lots of colors. Mine is more like green and white. I could have added like a tomato to make it colorful, but I don't have a tomato right now with me. This is my cauliflower. I'm adding a little bit of spinach to this.
Because it's so hot, I've been really eating a lot of cucumbers. I was thinking make some kind of. I really like the, what do they call it? Tzatziki? Is it tzatziki sauce where you have like yogurt and cucumbers together?
Yeah, tzatziki, yes. You
I really
can,
like.
I'm adding like a bunch, like a handful of spinach. I'll just chop it really fine and thin.
And so mine is like, I mean, people don't tend to eat yellow squash and zucchini raw very often, but
Mm-hmm.
everything here I could just like toss with the vinaigrette and it'd be a salad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's everything here is stuff that um because I was thinking if you did like something like potatoes or something, you might have to be a little extra careful that it cooks long enough.
Yeah.
But this one you could probably cook really quickly because the vegetables don't have to be super cooked.
It's like my bowl is getting smaller because it will be hard for me to mix it, so I'm moving it on the bigger. If you like, you can add onion, garlic to this.
Oh yeah, garlic. See.
I have like small chilies, so I'm using two green chilies.
I got some fresh ginger and turmeric. Yeah, throw
Yeah, if
that
you
in.
have ginger, you can like fresh ginger and turmeric would like just make it much better. Elaborately.
I just absolutely love these giant elephant garlics from my local organic farmer. There's so much. Dang it. Did I just lose connection?
Okay. This is like my mix of vegetable. It's just green because I don't have any colors to add to this. Yeah. If we have like done cutting our vegetables, then we can add putting the flour to this. Okay, let me start. I haven't measured how much. I might need a cup or more, like a cup and a half. It depends upon what kind of vegetables we are using. If we have lots of squash and cabbage and spinach, then we'll need a little bit more flour. And if we are using like cauliflower or bell pepper, carrots, then we might need a little bit less flour. It depends upon the moisture of the vegetables. But we'll know how much we need because when we mix it, it needs to be like a pancake batter. It might look a little bit drier right now, but if we add our spices and salt, then it will just water it down.
Do you add this salt first to pull the moisture out?
No, I added the chickpea flour and now I'll be adding I'll add cornstarch first. Cornstarch, we can add like 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons. We don't need much. 2 to 3 tablespoons is fine. It's like a table. Okay, I think this is enough. 2 to 3 tablespoons is good. And now I'll add my spices to this. I have a cumin seed. I like to use like a whole cumin seed to this, like a teaspoon cumin seed. I'll just rub it in my hand and just put it in. Now let's add our salt. I have a black salt. I'll be using black salt to this. We can always use regular salt. It doesn't matter, but I feel like black salt makes it more tastier. And I have a roasted cumin powder. If you have like any curry powder or any spices that you like to add, you can add it. I'm using a teaspoon of this. And I also have like a hing or asafoetida. It's optional. Just a pinch. That's it. And oh, I forgot. I like to add a little bit turmeric powder.
Did you add the flour or did I miss it?
I already added the flour.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
I'm using pinch of a turmeric powder. Now, and I like a little bit on the tangy side, like a sour. So I'll add like a half a lime juice.
Do you ever grate the skin in it or no?
We can, but right now I'm just using like not even half. I would say it's like 1/3 of lime juice. It depends upon like how juicy your lime is. Mine is okay, so I'm just using like a teaspoon or yeah, teaspoon of lime juice to this. At this point, I will start my heat on the pan so it starts heating.
Now, is yours mine is not, I think I have too much vegetables for the flour. I might have it's almost like the
Not
vegetables
braided?
are all coated, but nothing is sticking together.
Oh, it will. Even if it's not sticking, it's okay. It will. You can add a little bit of water if it's on the drier side. Mine looks a little bit dry. So if I give it like a little bit more time, it might get on the
Yeah, that's where I was
perfect
thinking
side,
if
but
put the
yeah,
salt
we're
in there, it'll draw the moisture out of the vegetable.
yes. Yeah, it's starting to soften up, but we can always add a little bit of water to this to make the process faster.
It doesn't seem like it's sticking. This would be, but it's like everything is coated. I think I just did a little more.
Did you add some water to it?
Do you want it to be like it's kind of sticking together, or how do you want? What kind of texture do you think?
Something like it's okay because we will be putting in a pan. I think it will stick eventually if we heat it up. But it's better if it sticks up.
Yeah, yours is definitely more sticky than mine. I think I just have way more vegetables.
Then you might want to add a little bit more flour to that and a little bit of water.
Yeah, so I added 2 tablespoons of flour and just a little bit.
Let me see yours. Maybe a little bit more. How many? Can you add 2 tablespoons more flour?
I think I just put too much vegetable.
Okay. Did you add corn flour to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Cornstarch, yeah. Did that first. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, now it's like
Yeah. If we think like we need more, you can always add more flour. It's okay. If it's runny, you can add more flour to it.
See, now the vegetables are kind of sticking together now.
Okay.
Before they just didn't have enough flour to stick together,
Yeah.
which was fine if you were trying to like fry each vegetable separately, right?
Yeah.
You know, you would end up not with a pancake, but
Yeah.
crispy vegetables maybe, right? All right.
Okay.
I need to
It's
put some oil in the pan.
if it needs to be hot. Like, is your pan hot already?
I have this induction, so it gets hot like almost
Let me
instantly.
see if it's
Um,
like sizzling hot.
do you put a lot of oil or just a little?
Just a little bit.
Just enough to make it not stick.
I'm using a sprayer, but it's just a little bit more. If it's like not hot enough, then I think and if we are not using like non-stick, then it might stick on the bottom. So it's better to like be sizzling hot and then we put oil in it. We can always check with water, like if it's
I'm
ready or
glad I
not.
didn't. Before I was considering adding more water, but the more it sets, the wetter it gets as it pulls the moisture out of the veggies.
Yeah. My pan is ready. The water bubbles are like moving apart. So I'll just add a layer of oil to this. And I'll add the mixture. We'll not use much, just enough to spread. And I'm using my hand. You can use a spatula, whatever feels comfortable.
Oh man,
My
it instantly made the whole place smell good as soon as it started.
And we will add half a teaspoon of oil on the top as well. I like it to cook with the lid closed for a minute or so it cooks evenly. And I like to serve it with yogurt, so I'm adding yogurt too. I think it's been a minute, kind of minute. So we flip it and cook it on the other side.
You put the lid on? If that's better. It just has so much moisture coming out.
You can add chickpea flour to that. If it has like lots of moisture, add flour.
No, I just mean you see all the steam coming off of the veggies.
Oh.
I mean, when I'm frying it. So I was thinking it wouldn't be that good to put a lid on it because of how much moisture is coming out. Now we're still. Even though I thought it was hot, I think I still wasn't hot enough. I put it on. I was greedy. Now yours is moving around already. I think mine wasn't hot enough to put it on.
It needs to be like sizzling hot. Just flip it one more time. I think it takes. Let it cook for 30 more seconds. Here is. Let's make it one more. It needs to be hot. And then add a teaspoon of oil. And then we add our mixture.
I burned it. Dang it.
What
Oh, I burned it. That was let me take that burnt part off. Dang it. Wasn't
Lower
hot
your
enough,
heat.
and then I waited too long afterwards.
Yeah, lower your
Flip it.
heat.
No. To start out with, it wasn't hot enough. And then I waited too long to flip it. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Turn it back on.
I'm adding again and a teaspoon of oil on top. And if you can just flip it. Something like this.
But you pour a little oil on the very top of it?
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of soaks through, but also when you flip it, it has. Oh. That was nice. This one's a mess. Okay.
Okay, that's it. It's done. And I'm
Mine is a
serving
stir
it
fry,
with...
not a pancake. All right, that one's no good. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I'm sure
serving
it
it
tastes
with...
good.
It does taste good for me. I serve it with a little bit of hot sauce on top with yogurt. And you eat it.
Add some oil, make sure it's hot. Try again.
Yeah.
That mine doesn't want to hold together very well.
It's okay. It will come together. If it's like really runny, then it just spreads around. It's okay though.
And then a little oil in the center. Oh, that when I pour that little oil in the center, you could hear it start frying.
Hmm.
That's like,
I think it will be good. Like for starting, I think we can just start with chickpea flour and spinach. Because with spinach, it's much easier to work with. And then we can add like few more vegetables. Okay, it's done.
all right, tastes so good though. Mine is not held together, but it's like crispy vegetables with crunchy outsides.
You can make it like
Oh,
scrambled.
this is gonna make me so happy because I can't usually eat like the Indian fried vegetables that they have because they use regular flour.
Yeah.
This is like I could quickly do a stir fry with some of the chickpea flour and have
Yes.
the similar crunchy.
Texture. Yeah.
I mean, it won't look as nice as a pancake, but oh, it almost held together.
Almost. So you're almost there.
If I had made it smaller,
Yes.
or get one of those spatulas that have the bigger, they have like, but yeah, this one was, it kind of fell apart still, but
Nice. A little bit of oil.
so my main mistakes, I didn't add enough flour in the beginning and then I didn't let it get hot enough.
Yeah, those are the two things that because it need to sizzle when you add your mixture. So it helps to bind better. Other than it might stick in your pot, in your pan. So it
Now that I tasted it, I definitely need to add more curry to it. I was holding back because I wasn't sure.
okay.
Maybe my third pancake will be perfect.
It's
Or-
getting much better. You
or
can
fourth.
add a little bit of flour to that if it's like a little bit runny. Yay.
There's a fine line between having just enough flour to stick it together and too little flour.
Yeah, make it smaller.
Yeah, my next one, I'm gonna make it smaller. There we go. I've divided it into two now in the bowl. Well, you were saying mine would look better, but I would disagree. My colors are better, maybe, but definitely
Yeah,
doesn't
the
look better.
colors. Yeah, color makes it like really good. It just pops everything up. The red in your pancakes makes it like really pretty.
All right. Now we're gonna do a small one, or smaller. My frying pan is pretty big here. A little bit of oil in the middle.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I pour that oil and it pushes the moisture out the sides. It's very interesting. When I pour that, I can see the moisture coming out the edges. I thought my thing was level, but it definitely looks like it's starting to tilt. I have to work on this. My house is tilting or something. And this is a good way to eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, it doesn't even taste like boring vegetables. It just makes it much better.
And it's got that crunchy to it.
Yeah. And it's like you can add any vegetables. So the finer your vegetable is, the better. I think it tastes much better. But it depends upon like you can, yeah.
See if I can flip the whole thing. It almost wants to hold together. Nope. Yay!
You did it.
I only lost a few pieces. Nope. Now it's splitting.
But that's okay.
Let's see if it comes back together. Just to let you know, I have the same problem with regular pancakes, so it's not.
Next time we can make the sweeter one with other gluten-free sweeter.
But I hate to say it, I actually like the first one where it didn't hold together better. Because each veggie got. But eventually we'll see the next one. As far as the texture goes, because it's like each veggie has crunchiness on it.
It was more like a pakora than the pancake, the first one.
Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. Ah. Oh, I overcooked it a little bit. Look at that. I mean, I almost held the whole thing together when I picked it out, just a little bit. Definitely. I think the pan's finally warmed up.
You know, whenever I make pancakes, the first one never turns out right.
Well, that one's
Okay.
for the first one's always for the cook, right? And the rest of them are for your guests.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, the cook's not eating. Well, someone had to test the stuff while we're cooking. Oops. I might be pushing it a little too thin too when I'm doing it.
So this is what I eat in the morning, mostly.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever put grated potatoes in it, or no? It takes too long to cook.
It takes long to cook, so you can cook, but because these vegetables you can eat it raw, so it doesn't matter, right? So,
Maybe if you had some leftover cooked potatoes, you could mash them and put them in. But
yeah. But if we boil out potatoes and mash it and then add it in a shaky flour,
that's a
then
lot of work now. Oh, that almost, I lost a few little pieces here. I'm getting back. I think the secret was in the first ones I also made them too thin. Like I thought they won't cook very good if I don't. But, and I've been running the heat at the highest temperature for mine. And it seems to be perfect. But yeah, you're cooking them really quickly. Quick and hot. All right. That's good. Mm-hmm. Here you go. No, I got the bottom. I keep burning it. The, the first one's fine, and then the second one, I feel like it needs to stay in a little longer to cook it, and then I leave it on too long. Even though I don't know why, because the veggies don't have to cook. So
yeah, put it
anyway,
like 30 seconds or less, and
really
then flip it
that's short, huh?
because we can like flip it once or twice, so it doesn't have to be cooked.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about it. I could flip it. I was afraid to flip it that it would fall apart. But so I think my mistakes originally was I didn't put enough flour in it. I was treating it like, I was frying just the vegetables, not making a pancake. And then my next mistake was not making the oil hot enough. And then I was pushing them too thin, like kind of like regular pancakes. You make them kind of thin, but make this one can be decently thick And then I didn't think about it where I could flip it multiple times. So, all right.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions? Let's see. Note in the chat, mine turned out amazing. I did smaller pancakes and topped them with homemade vegan tzatziki. That's like the yogurt cucumber sauce. I was thinking that would be perfect when it's super hot. Some yogurt and or cucumbers. It's like, so. All right, Deepa, you have any final words?
No, just make it once a week, change your flour, change your vegetables, make it different. And you have a different pancakes every day or every week. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you so much. Feeding others is love.